here early this morning with the roof shut, nobody about, but not now. The place is absolutely jumping. A full house enjoying the pre-match entertainment. We've got the final coming up between Chelsea and Liverpool next.
The cup.
We're in Cardiff for the 45th final in this competition, this one between Chelsea and Liverpool. 40 different trophies down the years Liverpool have won. 40, 4-0. It's 9 for Chelsea. Will all the money pay dividends here today? Who will have out in Cardiff? Gary McAllister, you wouldn't back against Liverpool today, would you?
I wouldn't back against them, not just because I'd spent a couple of nice seasons there. I just feel that it's been a tough week for Chelsea. You know, with all the travelling, you know, flying straight from Newcastle to Barcelona, 2 bad results for them. It'd be interesting to watch their sort of mental and physical side today.
Quickly, Razor, you're with Chelsea, I know,
yes,
but will it be as they would expect or want it to be?
I sincerely hope it is for them, but I think it's going to be an extremely tough game for them actually today.
As you can see, they're in the tunnel. Match commentators Andy Gray and Rob Hawthorne.
And both clubs in familiar surroundings. Chelsea emerging from the south dressing room where they were for the 2002 FA Cup final defeat by Arsenal. John Terry was ill that day, missed the starting lineup. And their manager that day, Claudio Ranieri, didn't lead the team out. That honour went to Roberto Di Matteo. And we understand that similarly, Jose Mourinho will stand aside today for an Italian, and that Carlo Cudicini, who would have been wearing the gloves, there he is instead suited and booted to lead the side out. A nice gesture on the manager's part.
Not surprising, is it? This is something we would have expected from him, the way he's looked after his players and tries to. Huge blow for Cudicini. I somehow don't think it will quite soften what he feels.
No, he'll be feeling sore. Rafa Benitez will lead out Liverpool, who've been in the North dressing room for every other visit to the Millennium Stadium, and they've returned there with 2 League Cups and 1 FA Cup in the past. Steven Gerrard, a scorer when they were last in the final here against Manchester United. Today he returns as captain, and he will be a very proud Liverpool-born captain if he lifts the trophy. Great admiration between the two managers. Jose Mourinho shaking the hand with Rafa Benitez. They go about the job in a different way, but they are both similarly successful. They were both kings of Europe last year. Benitez led the UEFA Cup winners Valencia, and Mourinho got the big one, the Champions League. Success he hopes to repeat with Chelsea, and the starting point may just be here at the Millennium Stadium. A wonderful explosion of noise and colour to greet the two teams. Teams who are allowed to wear their own colours today. So we have in the red corner the team who've been so successful in this competition with a record 7 victories, Liverpool. And in the blue corner, the team that have swept all before them in the Premiership this season, Chelsea. An intriguing battle ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, the teams will now be presented to
the official presentation party now coming out, and the FIFA president, Sepp Blatter, the special guest alongside Brian Mawhinney, the Football League's chairman.
Sir Brian Mawhinney, chairman of the Football League.
And John Terry, like his opposing captain, a product of his club's youth system, will now introduce the dignitaries to the team. William Gallas, who's just relieved to be playing after an injury scare. Yuri Yarashek, who hasn't started too many games for Chelsea. Paulo Ferreira. Damien Duff, who's been a winner here before. He's the only winner of this competition within the Chelsea ranks. Frank Lampard, who's played a big part in getting Chelsea to the final. And 12-year-old mascot Chloe Lyons, who is due to be Chelsea's mascot for a league game against West Bromwich Albion this weekend. But as the luck of the draw should have it, she's the mascot for the Carling Cup final.
Now, an awful lot's made of this competition, isn't it, as it takes place. People say it doesn't matter. But I always know one thing about football: supporters make it. And that's why today has got such a special atmosphere around it. They really have come down in the numbers, both these two. The importance is there for both sets of fans, and now for both sets of players.
Liverpool's expectations founded on a great history of 40 major honours in the game. Chelsea less prolific with 9 honours, but with the spending of Roman Abramovich, their supporters have come to expect success. And they could get their first success since he began bankrolling the club here in Wales today. Well, they've already experienced the special Welsh welcome. The supporters here, they've seen their heroes meet and greet the dignitaries. And now it's time to pause for the singing of the national anthem with the Welsh mezzo-soprano Catherine Jenkins, whose voice once shattered a chandelier at a Christmas concert some years ago. Let's hope the roof's safe here today. Funnily enough, it is the national anthem of just 5 of the starting 22 here today, the lowest English representation at the start of a League Cup final ever. Chelsea make just 1 change to the team beaten in Barcelona. Midfielder Yuri Yarashek makes only his 4th start in Chelsea colours, his first in this competition. Fellow Czech Petr Cech plays in the League Cup for only the 2nd time because of Carlo Cudicini's suspension. And Joe Cole, who scored winners in both of the league games against Liverpool, is in from the start today. Liverpool bring back captain Steven Gerrard and striker Fernando Morientes after the midweek heroics against Bayer Leverkusen. Igor Bišćan and Milan Baroš, the unlucky men to miss out. Gerrard, Dietmar Hamann, Jamie Carragher and Sami Hyypiä are seeking a hat-trick of League Cup winners' medals. It's Hyypiä's first appearance in the competition this season. And both Chelsea and Liverpool have reserve goalkeepers who've never made a first-team appearance for them.
Well, looking at the formations, not a lot you can say about Chelsea. It's a very familiar-looking system that we're going to see today. The flat-back 4 that they've used all season, the 3 in midfield. I think they'll try and engage Makelele and push him back, and then try and influence the midfield. But obviously Lampard is a threat. And Yarashek we just wonder. Big gating for the lad. And then up top, we've got Cole Wrighton's up left, but don't be surprised at any time in the game if that changes and Cole ends up left and Duff ends up right. They're very fluid in doing that. I always think when teams come up against Chelsea, you just wonder, are they going to go like for like? Are they going to try and nullify Chelsea? Or are they going to try something different? Well, I think Rafael Benitez is going to try and win the game. He's gone in with his back four. We thought that would pretty much happen, but it's the midfield, I think, was the key. Talking about engaging Makelele, Harry Kewell, we have him in a central area. Now, if it doesn't work, again, the option for him is to shift Kewell and Luis Garcia from the right into the middle there and put Kewell wide if it's not working. But a massive job in that midfield area. I think if Liverpool win that, they could win the game.
Well, it's hard to resist the notion, isn't it, that Steven Gerrard's future is interlinked with what happens here today. Lose, and another approach from Chelsea might prove hard to resist. Win, and if Chelsea's season disintegrates, the move to Stamford Bridge suddenly looks less attractive. The Premiership with Frank Lampard, an enticing prospect, but while Gerrard already has 5 club honours to his name, Frank Lampard at 26 and nearly 2 years older is still seeking his first.
Well, actually, Kewell's going to start on this near side. Rob, Garcia looks like he's going to play off of Morientes.
And so the first Premiership match of 2005 will decide the first silverware of 2005. And it's Chelsea in possession with number 13 Gallas to John Terry, who hopes to lift that trophy for Chelsea at the end of the afternoon. Didier Drogba, preferred to Ida Gudjonsson. Steven Gerrard, on by Morientes. Luis Garcia playing in that central role, looked for Kewell through the middle when Risa was free over to his left. And Risa, with room to operate in, has been calling for it long and hard, and hits a magnificent opening inside 45 seconds. The quickest goal ever in the League Cup final. John Risa hits a rocket.
Well, Paulo Ferreira got dragged in so early in this move. Luis Garcia spawns a chance. Look at this. Now look at Ferreira's position. Now if Garcia releases Risa, he's in. Look at the disappointment, but suddenly he's still there. Still no reaction from Ferreira. Still nothing. And my goodness, they didn't want it dropping on this boy's left foot. He is a threat. He is stunning. Take that. What a start for Liverpool. Textbook volley. Early in the game. He's entitled to be a little nervous, but was he? You bet your life he wasn't.
His first ever goal in the League Cup, and what a stage and what a match in which to score it for John Risa. 45 seconds the time. We thought we had a quick goal last year. That was the quickest Joseph Desiree job in 110 seconds. John Risa has just beaten that. And it was a final in which we wondered if there would be many goals, and we've had one in the first minute. Incredible. 43 seconds, the official time. Jose Mourinho watches and wonders if the worst 8 days of his Chelsea career is going to get even worse.
Well, big test, huge test now.
Terry looks for Drogba, cleared by Carragher's head. Now Lampard. And this is Paulo Ferreira. Yuri Yarashik. Paulo Ferreira forced back to Ricardo Carvalho, and now John Terry. After the sort of week that Chelsea have had, that was the last thing they needed. Defeat here today, and they will have suffered as many defeats in 8 days as they had in the previous 10 months. But a long way to go. Morientes. Now Luis Garcia. Again looks to John Risa, the scorer with that rasping volley in the first minute.